Hello guys, this is Purvik and welcome back to my next video tutorial. In this video tutorial or in this small playlist, I will tell you about the Loopbak, which is a node.js API framework. Now, Loopbak is a highly extensible open source Node.js framework that built for the Node.js. And Node.js is nothing; it is the JavaScript runtime built on the Chrome JavaScript engine, which is very useful for creating the application or the API interfaces. Now, Loopback is a highly extensible open source Node.js framework, which is very good for creating the various APIs for the mobile applications and the web applications. Now it is quickly create dynamic end-to-end REST APIs. If you see that in this video tutorials or the next video tutorials, that how it can easily create the REST APIs for our database that we want to connect through our different devices like the mobile or the laptop, and it connect the devices and the browser to the data and services. It use the Android and iOS and the AngularJS SDKs to easily create the client apps, and it also add on the components for the file management or the third-party login, and it also provide the authentication. That is what for the different authentication purpose it is used, and it also runs on premises or in the cloud. So you can check on these particular links, that's loopback.io, in which you will have the idea about the loopback, that what is it, and you will find out the details about the loopback and what is there in the core of the loopbacks, that how one particular loopback application will work. As you can see, the API clients will be the SDKs, that is what stands where the iOS, Android and AngularJS will be there. Now the different data that are connected to these API clients from the data sources are the database are the MongoDB, so REST or any other. You can also use the MySQL to connect your API clients with your backend, and in between these you will have the role-based model validations. You will have the data accesses, or you will have the role-based access control, or you will have the routing plus HTTP. That is what in the Express.js middleware or the Open API space generation will be there. So this is what the backend, the data sources, and this is what the API client. In between that, you will have the number of things that you can easily create with the loopback. Now they will show you that the different SDKs are there, different components are there, and if you want to see the more documentation, then you can also go for the loopback documentation, and API docs are there. And now let's start with the installation. So start the command prompt. In your command prompt, if you have installed the loopback, then you can, if it is there, then you can directly check with the loopback version that whether it is there or not. So this is the command lb space -b, so it will check for the particular loopback version. If it is installed on your system, then it will give you the one particular number, that which version of the loopback is installed on your system. It probably takes some time for this thing, so we will wait for a few seconds. So as you can see that in my system I have already installed the loopback, that is what the 4.2.0, and which has the two things, that is what the generator loopback 5.9.3 and a loopback workspace 4.4.0 is there. So if you have already installed the loopback, then you can easily find out the loopback version, or else if you does not have installed the loopback, then you can switch to this particular command. Let's say this is what the command, just copy this thing, that is what the $npm install g loopback, and paste it over here. And when you click on that particular button, when you click the enter, then it will try to install, it will install the loopback command line interface globally in your system. That is how it is installing the loopback in your system. So it will take too much time, it will take some longer time, so you have to wait for the whole installation of the loopback command line interface. So once finished, then we can continue with that. Till that, see the installation, that it will look for the different libraries or different dependencies, and then it will install your particular version of the loopback. So wait for the installation, wait till the installation end, then we will continue. Now as you can see here, it completes the installation of the loopback command line interface. Now it is the 4.2.1, and can see that it has already installed so many packages, so it will take quite a long time for getting these all things done, and it will take time for the installation of the Loopbak CLI. Now my previous version was the 4.2.0, as you can see over here, and now my current version is 4.2.1. Now if you want to check that, you can again check the version of the loopback by using the lb-v, so it will give you the 4.2.1. that is what the installation. Now to create the application, that for that you have to move to the one particular folder. Let's say I am moving to that directory where I am storing my loopback projects are there. Now let me create one directory, that is what the let me check if it is anything is there. lb demo is there. So now we will create the new application. For this we have to create the new directory. Let's say it is the lb demo 1 is there. Now move to that lb demo 1 and then click on the lb. So this is what the first command that you have to give for creating the application that you want to create. Now first of all, it will ask you for what is the name of your project. So you are already in that folder, so it will defaultly take that particular name, that is what the lb demo 1. Now hit the enter. It will ask which version of the loopback would you like to use. So this is what your current selection, that is what the 2.x or 3.x is there. Now let me switch back to our old command line interface, so it will give you the good idea about this. Let me exit from here. Let me projects will be there. Now just wait, it will ask me the name of the application. It is the lb demo 1, default it has taken. Now which version of the loopback would you like to use? So I will use the 3.x, which is my current version is the 4.2.0, but it is what the stable version, that is what the 3.x. Now what kind of application do you have in your mind? So you can use the up and down arrows for choosing the different kind of application that you want to create. Now we want to create the API server, that is what for the REST API, that loopback API server with the local user authentication. So I will select that one particular right now. So it will all done, and it will try to perform the running the npm install function, which is automatically it will execute and it will create the different files for our project. So wait till it completes that execution, and at the end of the execution we will see that which are the packages are there in this particular directory. So wait for when it's complete. Now as you can see that next step, that it has created this particular all the directories in our application folder. So it has already created all the things for us. Now created a log file of the packet.log.json. You should commit this particular file and added the 446 packages from the 465 contributors and added the 2287 packages in this much seconds. So API Connect team at the IBM happily continues to develop. This is what the one particular message that you will get when you execute it. Now this is what our basic things that are ready. Now these are what the package.json file, which contain our the configuration of lots of things, the readme file that you want to add for the documentation purpose, and node modules will be there. Whatever models that we will create, that will be stored in the node modules. Now this is what the directory structure, and if you want to start defaultly, it will create a one particular user, that is what the local system user will be there. So what it says that you can create a model in your application. We will talk about the model in my next video tutorial, and also you can run the application, that is what with the node dot. So we will try to use or try to run this application using the node dot. So as you can see here now my browse this REST API at this particular location. So we will copy this particular thing, that is what, and we will paste it in the browser, and we will click on the go. So right now it is giving me some kind of error that cannot get the explorer. It is the explorer, so it's a typo mistake. So let me click on this. So now as you can see here, our application name is there, that is what the lb demo1, that is what my application name. It has defaultly created a one user model which contain the different APIs, that is what you can see over here. Now this is what defaultly you will get when you create your project with the help of the loopback. And furthermore, it will already give you all the APIs created for the get. You can see here, you can have the get, you can have the put, you can have the post. Again, you will have the different parameters: get, post, head, put, and delete will be there for the different parameters also. So this is how you can have the benefit of the loopback API, which will automatically create the different API REST APIs for you to directly test with your SDKs. So this is what all about the loopback, how you can install the loopback CLI in your system, and how you can create the new project, or you can how you can create the new API for your different projects. So this is what about the loopback and all its startup. In my next tutorial, I will talk about the loopback model and the loopback relationships, that how you can create the different models just as the tables of our database, and how you can create the relation between these different tables. So make sure you will watch that also. So thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe and share these video tutorials. So thank you very much.